Hi everyone! So today what I'm going to show you is a couple of variations to a Zercher plate RDL or a plate Zercher RDL. I've just recently programmed this for my Strength Flow Foundations group, and this morning I already had a few clients who were struggling a little bit to hold onto the plate, or just the shape of the plate was a little bit tricky for them to get all the right things activated. So I'm just creating this video to help a few of you and any more of you out there that are wanting to change it up. If you're just new to exercise and you're learning how to hinge so that you can progress into some heavier lifting to deadlifts, etc., or if you've had some challenges with your lower back or your hips, this might be a great way for you to improve your movement and to find some options that are weight suitable and movement suitable to you at this point. So watch on, and I hope you enjoy it. Hi everyone, my name's Katie Henderson. I'm a strength and mobility coach. I have been specialising in helping people start their fitness journey and progress through an intermediate stage of their fitness journey for about 15 years now. And my own story is that I had very, very bad back pain. My whole spine was twisted, out of whack. I've had lots of issues with my health over the years, liver problems, etc. And I've been so grateful to learn from some wonderful people that have taught me how to heal myself and how to move better and how to be strong and how to get into the right position for movements when I was rehabbing many, many years ago. Reteaching myself how to walk properly, reteaching my brain to connect to my glutes, just working through lots of pain and lots of suffering and challenges. And as a result of that, I'm just grateful that I've been able to help a lot of other people through those challenges as well. And of course, I'm still learning. I feel like I've only just started. But anyway, here I am, and I just wanted to share this little demonstration, and hopefully it's helpful. I've actually had to do this for my clients because I've had quite a few clients today on our new block of training struggle with one of the movements in particular, and that's what I'm going to show you today. And I'm going to show you ways that you can modify it to suit your body, where it's at, and there will be an option in here for everyone. So I hope you enjoy this. Of course, as you know, I just told you, this is definitely for people who are new to exercise or who have been away from exercise for a while, who are rejoining, or in fact anyone who is wanting to just tune up their technique, deal with a little bit of lower back pain or whatever. Hopefully the information in here will help you, and feel free to comment below to ask me any more questions, and maybe I'll do a video for that as well at some stage. So the exercise that I had planned for my team was a plate Zercher RDL, where the load is up at the chest and we're hinging back into an RDL shape and coming up. Having the load in closer to the body can sometimes be helpful for sometimes people with very weakened upper back muscles or weak upper body muscles. When you have the weight down here, it's going to roll you forward more just purely because of where the weight's positioned. So instead, we lift it up close into the chest and we go back into a hinging position. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you some different options that you can use to help progress you into more hinging movements without using the plate. So if you're doing this exercise and you want to do a little warm up, and you sometimes find it difficult to activate and feel some of the muscles that you need to be working, this is a really wonderful option. So this is a foam roller RDL, and you're going to be squeezing this foam roller with straight arms into your body. When you do that, you should feel your lats, so these are your lats that run all the way down your back muscles. You should feel those muscles tighten up a little bit. From there, you're going to send your hips back, keeping your shoulders back and down, and you're going to be rolling that foam roller down the legs. And then you can come back up. That's the move. So I aim to stack the rib cage on top of the pelvis as well, very important for core engagement. And then keeping the glutes on, lats on, core on, you're going to take the hips back and come back up again. This is a really great way to warm into any of your RDL movements or hinging type movements, just to get everything fired up without much load. The next option, we're going to be using a ball instead of the plate. The ball is a lot easier to put your arms around, And I think that this will be one most of you will select. Simply place the ball against your chest, get the same muscles activated, your lats, your core, stacking ribcage over pelvis, and then taking the hips back. Getting those glutes engaged, stretching the hamstrings, keeping everything nice and engaged, and coming back up. The limiting factor with this one will be how heavy a ball that you have available to you. So sometimes when you're just starting out exercising, there's a couple of different things that can happen. You can either be really strong, but your skill set needs work, or you aren't as strong and your skill set needs a little bit of work. So for those of you who are not as strong and that needs a bit of work as well as your skill set, this ball might be a really good option for you. So they range, most gyms have them between sort of 2 or 3 kilos all the way up to 10 kilos. The 10 kilo ones are quite cumbersome. But I think that will sort of sort out most of you who are still developing your base level of strength. For those of you who have a little bit more strength, but you're wanting to work on your technique, the next one I think will suit you guys best. The next option is to do a barbell Zercher RDL. So you're going to place the barbell in the crooks of your elbows like this and perform the same movement again. So I've got my lats on, rib cage stacked over pelvis, glutes engaged, and then I'm going to send the hips back. Keeping my lats on. And also be aware not to lift the shoulders up too much, just keep your back muscles engaged as you send those hips back and come back up. So I've selected a smaller barbell. I think most gyms usually have this size barbell available. If you're working up from between 0 to 20 kilos, this is a really good option. Once you get to about 20 kilos or above, I'd suggest you just use the rack and get a barbell rested up against a rack that you can just walk into, lift up the bar, walk yourself back, and then go for your RDL from there. It's much easier to also just rack it back up on the rack and you can take your arms out. I'm probably giving you guys way too many options now, but never mind. You can watch through to the end of the video and choose something that suits you. Okay, so this next one, I've attached a small band or a small to medium band to an anchor point that's around hip height when I'm kneeling. Hi. And so what I'll do is I'll just jump into the band and I'm going to use the ball here because, as I said, I wanted you to load it up a little bit. So I've got the band just underneath my hips here. I'll walk forward a little bit and just get a sense of when I'm taking my hips back, do I still have tension on the band the whole way through? Yes, I can feel that tension, hips through. So this is how you're going to do your RDL. It's a kneeling version. Taking the hips back, holding onto the ball, and then driving the hips through. Now, because I've got the band here, when I bring my hips through, it will help me to engage the back of my legs to do that drive. So I'll show you again, taking the hips back, driving through. Same position with the upper body. And this may be particularly helpful for some of you who may feel like you're about to fall backwards when you do this exercise. I know I struggled with this for many years when I started training, trying to get my balance while still engaging my core muscles and my glutes. So this is a really, really great option for any of you who are struggling a little bit with the balance side of things. I'm going to show you one more that will also help with that as well. So for this last one, I'm just going to move up against a wall and I'm going to get into the bottom position for my RDL. And in this position, I've got the very bottom of my tailbone touching the wall. My rib cage is stacked over pelvis and my lats are on and my glutes are on. I'm going to stand up from there. Then get back into the same position, unhinge. Take the hips back. Oh, I'm a little bit more stretchy now, so I might need to adjust. Okay, let's do it again. Hips through. Take the hips back, glutes on, ribcage stacked on pelvis, driving through. So this one's a great option if you are just worried that you might topple backwards when you're doing this one. You can have a bit of a play with all of them and see for yourself what works best. Okay. So just a couple of final little pointers. Number one, when you're doing an RDL movement, I found a very good cue to use with my clients to get their glutes a bit more engaged is to imagine that you've got a piece of newspaper underneath both of your feet. And before you start the hinge, think about splitting that newspaper in two with your feet. What you might find is that all of a sudden, the sides and the back of your glutes start to engage a little bit more. And that should help give you a little bit more support on the way down as you hinge back into the hips. That's the first one. Number two, what we are aiming for is a neutral spine as we drop down into the RDL. What we don't want to see is too much of this rounding right through the lower part of the tailbone. And that can sometimes be caused by really tight hamstrings and poor lower back and core strength. So as you're going down and pushing your hips back, I want you to only go to the point where your tailbone does not start to tuck under too much. Just keep it neutral. Now, if it's only to there, that's fine, you can come back up. If it's only to here, that's okay, because all of you are going to be at different levels. Just work to the level where you can keep your rib cage stacked on your pelvis and you're not rounding too much through the lower back there. That's number two. Number three, I think it's invaluable to film yourself doing these things. I know some of you out there think, oh, I don't want to film myself or whatever, or it may look weird. I get it, I get the hesitation. But I must admit that since I've been watching myself on video doing exercise demonstrations and all sorts of different things, it's just invaluable to get that immediate feedback on what you look like. I'm also here to help support you. So if you take a video of yourself doing some of these moves, just ensure that you're taking it on the profile so that I can see the shape through your spine as you move. That's how I'd look at you if you were doing a session. And that way I can assess straight away, okay, here are a couple of pointers that I can give you to help get you into a better shape or to possibly change the setup for you to help you manage the movement a little bit better. You certainly don't want to avoid any movements because ultimately we want to be able to move in all planes of motion, all directions with ease and strength. And that's what we're aiming for. Even if you've had some pain, there's always a way that we can get you into a better position to help you strengthen those areas that need strengthening in that field of motion that you're struggling with. And there's a regression or a progression for all of them. We certainly don't want to avoid it. We want to just adjust. I hope that's been helpful for all of you. Thank you for watching the video and hopefully I'll see you next time. And please make a comment about anything more that you might like assistance with and I can do a little video for you. Thanks everyone. Bye.